Hey, it's Jeff Cannata here with another newest, latest, best mini. Today I'm talking about the brand new expansion for Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. I love Diablo 3. I put over 100 hours in it. I know there were problems. Yes, there were problems. That auction house was problematic. It's gone. 2.0 update for Diablo 3 removed it, changed a whole bunch of things, including a really dynamic, interesting difficulty system, a whole new loot table. Everything is new and updated, and they really addressed a lot of the problems with Diablo 3. And what's great is still great. The core game is still super awesome and fun and addictive, and I think about it when I'm not playing it, and I play it compulsively, and I just want to get to the next level, and I just want to keep going. Now with the Paragon levels, there's constantly a reason to keep going. The new loot system is sweet. It makes adventuring in the world worthwhile, and you get good stuff, and you're not doing repetitive things, and you don't just have to keep going through the campaign over and over. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about 2.0. We're talking about Reaper of Souls. 2.0, of course, was getting ready for Reaper of Souls, but Reaper of Souls adds so much more. A whole Act 5, which I played through in one sitting. It's not super long, but boy, is it rad. Really awesome environments, cool tile sets, including the first kind of area you go into is this rundown town. And man, it is so full of detail around every nook and cranny and every corner in this rundown, overwrought city. The storyline of Reaper of Souls is that Death is coming to exact revenge because we, as the players, killed Diablo. Now Death is hanging out, turning living people into undead and causing havoc in the city. We got to kill Death itself. So that's cool. You're wandering around, people getting turned into evil around you in this city. The randomly populated little events that happen in the levels come out of actual buildings that are already set into the city. So it's not like you find a cave or something. You can go into this inn or pub or tavern, and there's something happening inside. Super cool, looks great, full of atmosphere, tons of new enemy types. Man, they're really cool and really well animated and different, and give you all kinds of new kinds of things to deal with. My favorite is the boggets. The boggets. I love anything in Diablo 3 where hundreds of little enemies are coming at you. In first-person shooters and other types of games, little enemies are annoying, and you just kind of want to get through them, and they're not really fun. In Diablo 3, little enemies are awesome because usually there's tons and tons of them, and then you can do big old AoE attacks, kill 30, 40, 50, 100 at a time, and get that cool XP bonus for killing a bunch of enemies with one blow, or killing a bunch of enemies in a row in a massacre. Man, it's super fun to be able to link together those kills like that and get your XP bonuses going. And Diablo has done such a great job. Blizzard has done such a great job in Diablo of bringing enemies into the environment in unique ways. The boggets, for example, will climb over walls and get to you, and other enemies will leap down from above or zip in to attack you. So it's not just like walking through the corridor and here comes a skeleton shambling down the hallway. It's really interesting, it's really dynamic, and it keeps things different and fun. There's so much fun in this game. I mean, if you're a hack and slash gamer, this is crack. This is as fun as it gets. Other enemies, there's these cool little creatures that will dig under the ground and come out of the ground with sort of earthen rock armor, and if you attack them, you break their armor, and then they start scurrying and try to burrow under the ground again to come back up with that armor. So you have to kill them before they get back under the ground. Just clever, interesting, constantly making you have to think and change up your strategies. There's an amazing enemy toward the end of Act 5, which is you get to this area called Pandemonium, and there's this giant beast that comes out that actually has a portal on its head. You see a portal hanging out in the world, and you go up because you want to go through the portal, and the portal erupts into a monster with the portal on its head. You kill the monster, the portal falls to the ground, and then you can go into it and go into this cool other area. And so the portal stays where you slew that monster. So cool, so different. You can tell that I am being effusive because I love this game. This is really my favorite kind of game, and I feel like Diablo 3 is back. I loved it when it first came out. As I said, I put over 100 hours into it, and I missed playing it. I'm back, and I dig it. The end game is really fun. Adventure mode is fantastic. As soon as we finished Act 5, we leapt into adventure mode because now it's dynamic. You don't have to just play the game over in order. You're getting missions. You're going into different acts. You're doing certain things. You're getting bounties on certain characters or bosses. It keeps it. It's really the way to do end game because it keeps it dynamic. It keeps it fresh and different. And you're doing that loot loop, but you're doing it in different environments and never the same thing twice. So, well, not never, but, enough variety to keep it interesting, which is great. Really inventive stuff. I mean, there's a level where you're on a battering ram and the battering ram is slamming into a wall and you have to stay on the battering ram. Just so cool, so visually interesting and inventive. Then, of course, you've got the new class, which is Crusader. I'm about 15 levels into Crusader and loving it so far. I play a Barbarian as my main class, so I'm already into that brute strength, melee, get right in the face of the enemy stuff. But already, even early on in the levels of Crusader, there are some options of being able to do a little bit of range stuff with some of his early skills as well. But I love how they've managed to make Shield interesting and fun, giving him the ability to single-hand a two-handed weapon so that you can still have the big badass weapons in one hand and still hold that shield. I mean, he's Captain America. That's what I love to play as. That's why I love the Paladin in WoW. It's cool that it makes having a shield awesome. That character is really fun, and I'm excited to level him up to 70 as well. So I only have positive things to say about Diablo. If you're not a Diablo fan, it's not going to convert you. It's more of the same. It's refining that world combined with that 2.0 patch. It's really made the game back to what Diablo 2 was, which was pretty much a perfect loot dungeon crawl game. And this is something I'm going to pour tons of hours into. It's hooked me back, and man, I love Reaper of Souls. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. We got more newest, latest, best minis coming. And we got a big week next week, Captain America, among other things. So subscribe to the channel and like us. And please share this with your friends. Thanks.